All right. Hello, friends. It is Brian at Jickoby. This is take 2 of our episode 2 of Mapvember challenge. Our first time through, I screwed up my audio settings, so my microphone wasn't working. How about that? So, if you remember from a previous video and live stream, we're working on the Mapvember 2025 challenge that is put together by Role-Playing Tips. I'm going to lower my volume here a little bit on the music, just to be sure that it's not taking over my voice. The Mapvember 2025 challenge, we have 30 one-word prompts, one for each day of November, and the idea is we come up with a map inspired by each of these prompt words, and by the end of the month we have 30 maps and everybody's happy. I am super far behind. Today is the 11th of November and I have just completed 2 maps. So a couple days ago I started with the archive, and there's a live stream somewhere on my channel with that. And then earlier today I went live and recorded a video where I put together a map for the second prompt, which is breach. Let me hide this. Let's see, which one is it? This one? There we go. Here is the map that I came up with for breach. So basically over here we have sort of a hole, and what I have going on in my head is that this was some sort of burrowing creature that surfaced, creating a little breach, and under the surface we have some tunnels and things like that. And on some of our upcoming Mapvember days, let's see, what do we have in here? Underdark. I thought we had some other cave type of things, but I guess not. Den. I guess den could also work in this case. So we'll see. But here we have this breach. In my head, I already have some ideas about what has come out of this breach, but I'm not going to spend too much time talking about adventures that are wrapped up in this map. We just get the map. So here it is. Map is green. Yes, the map is quite green, isn't it? Hopefully it all shows up correctly on the live stream. Yeah, so there we go. That is our breach map. And now we are going to move into a new map. Let's see, I already saved this, but we'll save it again. Why not? So we're making a new map. Again, we've got 16 tiles wide by 10 tiles tall. I'm going to hit OK here. And cistern was the prompt that we have for day 3 of Mapvember. And I'm thinking maybe on this farmland, let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's zoom up to 200%. On this farmland where we had the breach, maybe we've got a cistern here that the farmers are using for some of their farm, for some of their livestock maybe. So fill this in with our green grass to start out with. And for our cistern, I think we're going to go over to our path tool and see what kind of path doodlies we have over here. Probably want to have some stone walls to create our cistern. Stone fence. Let's see, let's scroll way down here, because I know there were some cool paths down here. This is part of the 2-minute tabletop. I think it's their, I don't remember which asset pack this was coming from. Walls and caverns or something like that, I don't remember. What's this one right here? Cliffs? Cliffs and Walls, I think that was the name of the asset pack from 2-minute tabletop. A lot of these are cliffs. I don't necessarily want this to be a cliff wall. This might work. What's this one? Another cliff. Let's see about this one. Let's see how this looks. So, how big should our cistern be? 1, 2, 3. So what's that? 15 by... maybe 15 by 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this. I guess it ends up being a bit smaller. Well, that ends up being really small. I don't like that at all. Let's get rid of that. There it is. And let's make it bigger. Maybe something like... That'll work. That works. That's good. And let's see. Well, let's find some water tools. Paint those in. Here's our water brush. Fill this area in. Okay, there's our cistern, and I kind of want to build up the walls around this with some kind of like dirt slope kind of. Let's see, these are cave walls. I know that there was a earthen slope in here somewhere. Again, we're going to scroll way back down to the bottom. Let's see. Well, let's see what this looks like. I'm going to put it underneath our cistern. Just drawing a path all the way around here. And let's select it. Okay, let me select the path. Now I can't select this path. What is going on? Let's try something here. Let's save this. See if... I think I'm gonna have to close my dungeon draft here for a minute. Reopen it and see if that gets us where we need to be. This is open on my desktop for quite a while, so maybe, just maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we send this farther back. I don't think that's what I'm going for. Keep that one on. And take this one. Oh. I keep selecting the wrong one. Well, I guess we're going to start over with that. Alright. Come back up to my path tool. I want to find a softer dirt. Well, let's see what happens if we trace around here. Yeah, this doesn't quite look what I want. But let's keep going. Keep going and see what kind of happy accidents we might create. Maybe that kind of works. What happens if we use... Whoa, that's too big. I don't like that at all. Let's see. Where did it go? That was the one I was looking for. Turn my snapping off. Oh, come on. Why did this start drawing in such a weird place? So I think what I'm going to do is trace around this, and then I will send this part to the background. Basically making a couple of layers of these paths to see what it looks like. And bring that to the front. Get rid of that one. That might do the trick. Well, I can't spend too much time ho-humming on here because I just need to get these maps done. So, go back to that. Let's cut that down a little bit. Oh, actually what I have to do is go to my water brush and then, what is it? Hold down Alt while I trace in here to erase where this kind of got out of the lines a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go to my terrain brush. And let's go with rocky terrain. Reduce our brush size. And come in here. What happens if we go under the water here. What's that gonna look like? Does it fill in? Oh, there. There we go. Now it's starting to... Now maybe it kind of looks a little bit like that was an intentional rocky cistern. I don't know. Take some of this out so that it's not such a big overhanging area there. It kind of works, I suppose. I don't know. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to our paths tool. We're going to add a couple of the things that were present in the breach map. So, let's see. I don't like that one as much. Which one did we use? Was it... Yeah, I created like a bunch of little weird doodles here. That's alright. We'll just get rid of those unhappy accidents. Yeah, I think it was this dirt path. I think that's the one that we used in our breach. So I'm going to bring it down through here. And what do you think? Bucket. What, oh, that's not going to be in there. Let's go to our objects tool and look for bucket. I don't like that bucket very much. Barrel. Barrel doesn't. What else should we have for a cistern? Maybe that's all we need. Again, I don't want to overthink this. I am going to throw some boulders in here because we did have a few on the breach map. Yeah, let's move that one a little bit. Yeah, let's get rid of that. What do we have here for hill? Anything interesting? Oh, moon ant hill. Oh, it must be a moonlit hill. That must be what it's supposed to be. No, it says Moon Ant Hill. I guess it's for moon ants. We don't have any moon ants here next to our cistern. What a statue. I don't think I loaded. Oh, I guess maybe there are statues that are loaded in here. Do we want a statue? No. No statue. I don't know what else we need by our cistern. Maybe a tree. You know what? In the interest of busting through these maps as quickly as possible, this is our cistern. I am going to keep it just like that. So here we go. We're going to export a JPEG. We'll have our grid and our light on. 72 pixels. Export. Cistern.jpg. And I'll upload that into the role-playing tips Discord server a little bit later. What is our next map? Den. All right. We're going to start a new tool. A new tool? Not a new tool. A new map. Okay, just save that and increase the size of my map to 200%. Den. You know what might be kind of fun? Let's take our terrain brush. We'll go to our grassy terrain again. And we're going to color this area, I suppose. We'll color this area with our grassy color. Then we're going to go to our path tool, add in some cliffs. Kind of feel like that's backward of the direction that I want to take, so close that and redraw this, moving in an upward direction this time. Delete that again. Let's do it one more time. we're going to say transition out. Actually, transition out, we're going to say fade. Transition in is going to grow. I don't know that that's what I wanted. But that's what we've got. What I was thinking of is kind of making a little cave entrance kind of den here. I don't know that it's doing what I want it to do. Actually, I kind of like that one better anyway. Let's get rid of these, because I don't think that's what I was looking for. We'll try this one. And back to my path tool over here. Boom, boom. I forgot to change the settings on this. Path tool, this. I did it again. Oh, japers crapers. Change both of these to none. Select this. Bop, bop. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. Let's see what this one looks like. I think I know what I'm going to do here. Okay. I think I might have figured this out a little bit. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a multi-layer map. Top layer is going to be, again, all grassy. Turn up my brush size. Make all of this a grassy area. And let's see if we can make our cliffs kind of like, almost like we have a hill coming down. I'm probably not explaining that very well. Go to our path tool. Okay, what if we make this? Oh, that's such a weird looking transition. I'm trying to see if I can use the end transition to make it kind of look like I guess that kind of creates almost what I'm looking for here. Maybe. All right, let's keep working at it. We're just gonna keep working at it. I don't think that did any favors. Alright, once again, this is not me providing a tutorial on how to use Dungeon Draft. This is me just messing around, really kind of figuring things out for myself. That kind of works. Okay, let's draw another of these down here. Yeah, that'll kind of do. Okay. Let's go to Object Tool. Let's go to Brush. See if we can find, like... Not quite like that. I'm thinking about some content that I can throw into these little areas. No, that might be too big. That's way too big. What's my scaling tool? Okay, my scaling tool is at 1, which is where I want to keep it. I guess we could just use something like that. Guess we kind of have to keep the shadows all going the same way. Yeah, we'll put that there, why not? Okay, let's go back to our path tool. Let's get our tracks that we used in some of the previous maps. And we're gonna go boom, boom, through here. Yeah, that'll do. Just like that. Find a couple of boulders here. Oh, that's not in our path tool. We want this from our object tool. Yeah, we'll throw that guy right there. Alright, now let's go to our path tool again. I think there is a shadow tool in here. Or maybe there isn't. What happened to... Oh, there we go. It's just a black line. Huh. Ah, there is a shadow. I just can't see it because it's blending in. That's not what I wanted. So what I'm thinking is a sort of a hollowed area over here somewhere that represents the entrance into our den. We have something right down here, and then we make a second layer of the map that has the den sort of going back around and curving into here. Although maybe it makes more sense to put it up here and have it curve around this way. That's probably better. Alright, let's try this. Let's go to our terrain brush. And let's go to dirt. Make the brush size really small. Something like that. Let's go to our objects tool and see if we loaded any packs that might have some bones. Yeah. I don't think we need any monster bones necessarily, but that might be all we get. If we shrink the scale down, maybe it just kind of looks like, definitely not a dragon. Don't need it to be a bone pile. Oh. These may have been closer to what I was kind of looking for earlier. Bring this up to... bring the scale back up to 1. I guess it's already kind of similar to what I have. Yep. Okay. Just notes for later, I suppose. All right. I don't need this to be a bone pile. Right, let's go back to our path tool. Back to our shadow. Under that's not what I want. Why can I not select this? Okay. Dungeon Draft, why are you going so crazy on me? I don't have this selected. I don't I don't want to move that. Stop selecting that one. There we go. I want this to be behind the cliffs. Why is that not working? take this. Dang it. Well. Dungeon Draft, you are being a real turkey for me. I love this program. And I'm annoyed that it keeps messing around on me. Maybe I need to get better at understanding layering here. Okay, edit points. There it is. Okay. Bah. This isn't doing what I wanted to do. All right, that's okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to create another layer. Not there. Where am I going to go with this? I'm going to go... Let's save this. What is this one? Den. Alright. Den. Here it is. Level settings. I'm going to create a new level called Den. And I'm going to accept that. And I'm going to compare levels. Alright, so ground level. I don't want it to run all the way off the map like that. Okay. Blast open. All of that gets blasted open, right? Not quite. Alright. Actually, I have to stop the stream to go do some stuff.